Butterflies should be an issue anymore as we are now in week 4 of the SFL. These two teams face off for the second time ever in SFL history. The Portland Fleet are hosting the Sioux Sparrows and are looking to make history in this matchup. The Sparrows are coming off that upsetting loss to the Los Angeles Lakers last week. They're expecting to bounce back tonight in this versus the Fleet as both teams are looking to conquer one another in this SFL battle. The Sparrows won the first matchup, but the Fleet are the favorite in this game according to the SFL Nation Who You Got polls. Both teams comes into today's competition at 1-2, and one of these teams will move on to 2-2 right at the 500 mark. Here in the SFL, as the season starts to catch up and catch fire. Hi everybody, Damon Simmons along with my main man and partner T-Roy Gaines, and welcome to the City of Roses. T-Roy, I just have one thing to say. Ezekiel Love. The entire state of Oregon is counting on Ezekiel Love. Tonight on Stats, we have Justin Reside and Art Vanderlei. We're in Portland at the Shipyard, and the Sioux Sparrows take on the Portland Fleet. You can run it. When you can run it, throw it and catch it, you're official SFL champion contenders. More SFL action here next on the SFL Twitch Network. T-Roy, what's your take on tonight's game, buddy?
Well, first off, this could be a very historic game for the team wearing the white and black, specifically two players, one on offense and one on defense. So I'm looking forward for those two guys to make an impact, and Colin Hart and AJ Levy. For the Sparrows, while Portland, like you said, it's all about Ezekiel Love. We'll see if he can carry this team once again on a potentially historic season, and they'll get first crack at it as we get ready for kickoff tomorrow.
Exactly, and T-Roy, as you stated, Ezekiel Love, coming in here, he is the #1 leading rusher of the SFL after week 3. So let's see if he can have a great game here tonight. Right now, Robert Redford is the leading halfback for week 4. He had the best game of the week. Let's see if Ezekiel Love can top that.
Well, right now, Ezekiel Love's averaging 184 yards rushing a game. He's #1 in rushing yards entering this week's action before, referee had his game, and #1 in rushing yards per carry. He has a historic season going on. We'll talk more about that after this.
That's a two-step drop by O.J. Bruin, the rookie for the Portland Fleet, comes away with that first completion, and that is to his tight end, Nelson Lozano. Comes away with that reception there. Offense here for the Portland Fleet. We have O.J. Bruin, just spoken of, the quarterback, halfback Ezekiel Love, fullback John Trusman. Wide receivers are Art Vanderlei, Gene Valentine, Benjamin Warner, and tight end Nelson Lozano. We'll get to the defense of the Sparrows here in just a moment. Trips left here for Bruin. For all day long. Throws a lot. That pass is intercepted. Saw it coming along here right almost at midfield, and they're going to be tackled and brought down at the 47 of Sioux Falls. Outstanding play there by Nick Fargo. T-Roy.
Nick Fargo gets his first interception of this season, and that's one of the big issues for Portland, unfortunately for them, is the ill-advised throws from O.J. Bruin, and that's going to change as he progresses throughout this season. But if Bruin can clean up those mistakes, Portland will be even scarier they are now. But right now, Sioux Falls has to capitalize off of this turnover.
I do agree with you there, partner. As we take a look at Julian Tyree, the long veteran, 12 seasons here in the SFL, comes out in a single back doubles formation, and the defense are in a 4-2 nickel. Gets a little pressure. Tyree throws, almost picked off by Chris Statch with that pass deflection.
Almost had his second interception of this season, and unfortunately for Sioux Falls and Julian Tyree, he's going through the same thing as well. More interceptions than touchdowns. He needs to clean that up and get more support from Colin Hart in order for the Sioux Falls offense to get themselves back to what they used to since, season 15.
It comes out in a single back left formation here now. Defense still in the nickel. There's an out route to the top of the field. That pass is caught and complete, and I think that's to wide receiver #1, Gunnar Lewis.
With the toe drag swag, that's his 12th reception of the season. Makes it a more manageable 3rd and 7, but we'll see if Sioux Falls is going to continue to launch the ball. They're going to surprise us with a run.
Offense here for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Quarterback Julian Tyree, halfback Colin Hart, Charlemagne Cornelius is the fullback. Wide receivers are Gunnar Lewis, Noah Terrazas, Al Delapre Sr., K. Marion, nice catch down the middle of the field. K. Marion is the wide receiver, the last and fourth wide receiver. Then you have offensive alignment of Nathan Furry and Dustin Wilson. Sorry about that. Noe coming away with that outstanding catch there. T-Roy, my goodness, what a catch.
And Therese was saying, no way he going to keep me from making that catch. Nice job climbing the ladder and help flip the field on that splash play.
Weak eye formations here. And handoff here to Colin Hart. Colin Hart gets about 3 yards on that pickup. Maybe 2 on the carry, T-Roy.
Yeah, but there's a flag on the play that could cost them big.
Yeah, could be a holding. And there it is. And that is an offensive holding on 76, the guard, Dusty Wilson. His first hold of the night. And that's it. When you're playing on the offensive line, you don't get much credit, or your name is not called as much, and you don't want your name called for a holding penalty.
Exactly. Not on the first play, but he's going to shake it off. He's a star player for a reason. He's going to help his star running back, Colin Hart, who is 98 yards away from reaching 10,000 yards in his career.
It's a drawback here by Kyrie out to Colin Hart. And Hart is going to go nowhere, T-Roy.
Yeah, they read that play like a book, and it's a 2nd and 21. There's not too many plays for this down distance, so Sioux Falls going to have to just chip away to make this a more manageable 3rd down after this 2nd down play, of course.
2nd and 21 here now for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. We'll get to the defense of Portland here in just a minute. Come out in a weak eye formation, and Colin Hart is going to be tackled 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to say that it's 3rd and 24 now. I thought he was 5 yards back.
Man, and here's one of the problems for Sioux Falls offense. They don't have a star tight end. So the tight end that was blocking was Rod Tidwell, the non-contract, and he got laid out, which gave the Fleet a great chance to tackle Hart for a loss.
3rd and forever here for Sioux Falls. Tyree throws an out route. He got him in wide open, and that is to Noe once again coming away with his 2nd reception of the night.
Therese just was able to make this a potential field goal attempt for Sioux Falls for Semi Prefontaine, the non-star kicker. We'll see if they're going to decide to use him as a way for them to score. It looks like they are.
The defensive players here for the Portland Fleet, defensive ends are Robert Brewer and Durbin Nuevo. Defensive tackles are Bernard Patterson and Gary Burney. Also linebackers, we have inside linebacker Mel Davis. Outside linebackers are Gary Kleem and Callie Thomas. We have Chris Thatch, Derek Majors, Louis Morris, are the cornerbacks. Bob Funk and Shoei Allen are your safeties there. There's a kick to right down the middle there. It's good, and Sioux Falls gets on the board early. It's only 3, but hey, it's points. You can put them in your back pocket.
Yeah, they made Portland pay for that interception by scoring 3. You know, they wanted a touchdown on their opening drive, but considering that they were facing a 2nd and 21, they'll take 3 over nothing.
And here's the kickoff back to Portland. Their 2nd possession starts here at 7 minutes and 20 seconds. And here's the return guy out to the Portland's 29-yard line. And that is Leo Morris on that return.
Yeah, Leo Morris entering today's action ranked 2nd as a kick return with 462 yards. He just added on to his total with the past 2 kick returns, averaging 23.1 yard per return, and gives Portland a good field position here.
That's pretty good average on the return there. And here's a far formation here for the Fleet. Oh, Ezekiel Love, spin move before being brought down after picking up a yard. But there's a penalty on the play. Let's see what it's going to be the penalty here.
It'll be another holding. No.
They called encroachment, but I don't think I saw anyone jump the line.
Wow. Now it's defensive end Biff Markham who got called for the encroachment, but I agree with you. I didn't see him jump the line, Demar.
He could have been, his helmet probably could have been in the neutral zone. That probably could have been what happened. I've seen where these linebackers make adjustments and they bump these DNs, and the DN will move up, into that neutral zone area there. And the defense comes out. This looks like this is a 46. I don't know. Everybody on the defensive line, and Ezekiel Love is going nowhere.
And Ezekiel Love, we mentioned before, is averaging 184 yards a game, and he's on track to get over 2,000 yards rushing this season. If he stays on pace with that, potentially 2,208 yards rushing. I did the math. Of course, the single season rushing record holder is Jai Iniola with over 2,300 yards rushing back in season 11.
4-3 is the defense, and it's going to be a swing pass here to Ezekiel Love. He spin moves, and he's not going to pick up the first down, 3rd and 1. T-Roy, defense here for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. We have Biff Macram, James Kelly, the defensive ends, Tiger Santana is the defensive tackle, Nick Fargo, Derek Williams, Axel Raven, all your linebackers, John Barnhart, Terrell Davis, Jay Ringgold, and Nathan Burnett are the free safeties, and AJ Levy, the longtime veteran, 12 years here in the SFL, is the strong safety. There's Ezekiel Love with a jump step, and man, he picks up the first down and more out to the 46-yard line of Portland. Now, this guy here has been their bread and butter.
Yes, he has, and you see why they're relying on him a lot. I mean, last week he averaged 12.2 yards a carry, had a long of 86 yards, 4 touchdowns, and you see why he was able to average that carry. He's making great moves at the right time, and defenders don't know what to do. They just can't react in time, and Ezekiel Love is making a highlight video on every carry.
O.J. Bruin with a 2-step drop. He's going to dump it off to Love, and Love's going to pick up 3 yards. 2nd and 7 now.
Yeah, Lozano Jr. didn't have that necessary block that would spring Love more than 3 yards, but he is one of the best tight ends in this game. You know he's going to shore that up as this game goes along, but good open field tackle for Sioux Falls.
Absolutely. Empty formation here for O.J. Bruin underneath the center. 4 wide receiver set here, no tight end on the line. Takes a 5-step drop, out route, right across the middle of the field, and that pass is completed. Picks up the first down at the 41 of Sioux Falls.
Benjamin Warner with that reception, and now O.J. Bruin is off to a better start in this drive in comparison to the last one. 2 good passes, actually 3 multiple good passes. Nice throw right here for a right on time. Allow Warner to get more yards after the catch. Hey, it may be a short pass, but anything to get your star quarterback's confidence up is definitely beneficial for the Fleet's offense.
There's a weak eye flip pair here for the Fleet. Dumps it off, out route to the top of the field. That pass is caught, picks up 4 yards on that reception. And 34 is on the tackle, Terrell Davis.
Yeah, and I'm wondering about Terrell Davis. Is that the same Terrell Davis we saw back in Colorado? Maybe, maybe not, but he is a monster. Entering today's action with 16 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. He already has a pick. He wants to make an impact big time.
Dude is 6'4", 215. And here's Bruin with the big on that pass is intercepted. His second here in the first quarter. T-Roy, you can't put points on the board when you're giving it away.
Yeah, and he throw it another ill-advised pass into quadruple coverage. He should have looked for someone else. Sioux Falls read him like a bug. Great job by Barnhart with the INT, and that's another drive, a potential scoring drive that goes for naught for Portland.
Yeah, 1 INT on both sides of the field for O.J. Bruin. Tried to test Barnhart, did not come up well on that one. Here's a nice sidearm there by Tyree.
And great diving catch by Gunnar Lewis, 6'5", 235, had to go low. Was able to make a great catch and get Sioux Falls at their own 40. Nobody covered him. That move to the inside left him the room that he needed to make that great play.
Yeah, Gunnar Lewis come away with that second reception there of the day. Give him 19 yards on the day as well. 1st and 10 here for Sioux Falls at their own 40-yard line. 3 minutes and 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. They come out in a split back. Looks like wing jokers formation. The defense is in a 43, and like they're playing up close press. Like they're going to bring pressure. No, they're only going to bring it forward. Pump fake. Tyree goes down. Sacked at the 38-yard line. My goodness. Robert Brar, what are you doing? Is that illegal, T-Roy?
Nah, that's just a domination. Great sack by Robert Brar. Gets his 3rd and a half sack this season, making it a 2nd and 12. We'll see if they can keep this momentum up because the defense needs to show up for Portland.
Portland has on all gray uniforms. Sioux Falls in all white hat, black face mask, stripes, and numbers. Portland with the orange hat, blue face mask, white numbers, blue trim. It's another run there by Colin Hart, and he goes nowhere. 3rd and 13.
And you got to gain tackle a monster like Colin Hart. Great job by the Portland Free defense, led by Gary Clem on that last play. Here's a huge 3rd down for them. Let's see if they can get the momentum back on their side.
3rd and 13, 4 wide receiver set. Colin Hart in the backfield, going to stay in and block. Tyree with the big arm, and he throws a pick. He decides to give it right back to Portland, and you got to give credit to the main man, Bob Funk, with that INT. The 6'4" free safety comes up big for the defense.
Now be his first interception of the season. Ill-advised throw. Bad timing, unfortunately, for Noah Teresa, as he just got there late. Pass was just off target, and Portland now has some men on their side. Will they rely on Love more, or will they let O.J. Bruin, fire it away? We'll see what happens here.
The pick becomes Julian Tyree's 5th interception thrown on the season, and that pass is deflected going across the middle of the field. Man, he took a shot.
If this was the other league, that would have been a penalty for a helmet-to-helmet hit. But thankfully, the SFL is a lot more stronger than that other league. Great job by Davis dislodging the ball from the receiver there for Portland.
Strong eye formation. I'm sorry, weak eye jokers here. There's Ezekiel Love. Sweep to the right side of the field. Picks up the 1st down and more. Looks like probably like a 20-yard scamper there, T-Roy.
And Ezekiel Love is heating up. And it doesn't hurt that his lead blockers, including Trusman right there, making the final block needed to get Love that 1st down more. Great job by the Sparrows, preventing it from being worse than what it was, but you can tell Love is getting ready to heat up and catch fire, as you like to say.
Three wide receiver set here for O.J. Bruin, and Bruin's going to dump it off to his halfback, Love, and Love is going to pick up 3 yards. Are they going to give him forward progress? Because he sure dropped down at 2 yards after the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they decided to give him credit for that spin move, and that's one of the reasons why he's one of the best backs in the league. He can make the first man miss, and that allowed him to get extra yards in comparison to what other running backs would have done. Probably got tackled for like a 1-yard gain. Somebody I know in Baltimore likes to do that a lot.
There's a handoff here to Love. Love takes a stutter step. Oh my goodness, he gets rocked by A.J. Levy.
Sheesh.
Can I say it?
Yes.
A.J. Levy, you got barbecue down there and you didn't invite us? Hurt our feelings.
And we're hungry. I haven't eaten since I got off of work. Come on now, give us some food.
Give me something, man. I just had a little tray of sushi from the grocery store. There's another handoff here to Ezekiel Love. Ezekiel Love got some running room. He picks up the 1st down in there. And he's met and hit hard by Jay Ringo.
So he didn't care he just got destroyed the previous play. He comes back and gets a 1st down more. And again, great blocking by his receiver that time. Couldn't make out the number. I want to say that was Valentine or Lozano, the tight end. But that block helped him get that 1st down, helped him get to the edge. And that's been the difference with the running game between these two teams. The blocking's been excellent for Portland.
4-2 nickel is the defense of Sioux Falls, and there's a dump off to Love. Love's going to hold that thing like it's a baby, not letting it go. Picks up the 1st down, 1st and goal inside of the 10 here for the Portland Fleet.
Yes, and Portland loves Ezekiel Love. You see why they got him. Look at that. He protects the ball. He knows that he doesn't want to cause a turnover on this side of the field. There's a huge scoring opportunity. They need to cash it in and potentially get the lead.
Right at the 10-yard line. That's 2 seconds on the clock. Yep, I guess it was. It's no longer there now. Hey, everybody. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on the SFL Twitch Network. We're going to take a small break. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back from that short commercial break. We're here in Portland, Oregon, home of the Rose City, the city of Roses, should I say. And there's a tackle in the backfield, 1 yard loss for Ezekiel Love, and that is non-contract player comes away with that tackle. Behemoth.
Yeah, that's actually the guy who replaces Tiger Santana, Buck Behemoth, making his first ever SFL career game, and he made a huge impact with that 1 yard loss.
Oh, okay, he's not listed on the roster sheet. Sorry about that. We'll keep an eye on that one there. There's a handoff here to Love. Spin move! And guess what everybody loves? Just cross Hollywood Boulevard.
And he's spinning the Sioux Falls Sparrows right round, baby, right round. Great spin move. And that's all that he needed. Again, the blocking was excellent. And then he had to just make the first man miss, and he easily does so well that the defender for Sioux Falls couldn't react in time at all. He just kept going straight. That's what made Ezekiel Love one of the best running backs in the league. That's his 7th rushing touchdown this season.
Yeah, absolutely, T-Roy. He's been putting on the show all season long. You're right. That is his 7th. This dude is averaging 7.2 yards a carry. That is awesome, outstanding. He's #1 in the league in yards per carry, and also #1 in the league for total yards. #2 with carries on the season. Coming into the game, he's at 77. But this just goes to show you that Ezekiel Love is the offense of the Portland Fleet. Basically, the only thing they got to do is feed him the ball, but keep him healthy as well. So you want to give him carries and touches, but you don't want to give him too many carries and touches where that he's burnt out.
Well, they got a star fullback in John Truzman that he can rely on too. Haven't got a chance to carry the ball yet. We'll see if that changes today.
Yeah, he haven't had a carry all season long. It may not be in their game plan to even give him the ball. You know, I don't want to speak on it, but AJ Levy on the return there, T-Roy. But it's weird to see that your fullback your fullback don't have a carry through 4 games of the season.
Maybe they're trying to set something up for something in the future. Give people the okie doke.
With the little razzle dazzle. There's a split back formation handoff here to the fullback.
Hey, speaking, we receive it.
Speaking of handoff to the fullback, Charlemagne Cornelius comes away with that carry there after picking up 6 yards.
Hey, that's a nice average, 6 yards. He's usually averaging 2.6, entering today's action with 23 yards rushing. So they're definitely feeding him. We'll see if that continues.
There's another step back here by Tyrese. That pass is intercepted right across the middle of the field. I don't think Tyrese saw the man, but man, he came out of nowhere like a ghost in the night. Number 34, Terrell Davis. I'm sorry, not Terrell Davis. It's 34 for the other team. That's Allen. Comes away with that pick. The strong safety.
And Sean Allen, if this was arena football, he basically would have been the jack linebacker. And usually that linebacker stays in the box and he's just hitting in plain sight. And then when the quarterback thinks he can throw his way, that's when he jumps up and makes an interception. And we just saw that from him. That's Allen's 2nd interception of the season.
Weak eye Jokers formation here again for Portland. They love to give it to Ezekiel Love in this formation, and they do again. He breaks the tackle, spin move, nothing doing, but he does picks up 6.
Yeah, he's heating up. He's on fire.
He's starting to heat up and catch fire, T-Roy.
Hey, he's 6 feet and 200 pounds, and he's running like he can carry the load as like a running back like LT. LaDainian Thomas, and oddly enough, they both share the same number 21. He's running like LT, and Portland's loving it right now.
Yeah, and Portland, you're right. Portland is loving it. They're getting their money's worth out of him. He's one of the highest value running backs in the league. There's another first down by Love.
Look at that average, 6.9 a carry.
I don't even walk that far.
I usually get tackled after 2. And this guy, look at that hole. This O-line's been amazing. AJ Levy just having none of that. He had to spear him like he was Goldberg from the WWE, but man, Ezekiel Love is on track to have another great game.
Derek Williams tried to clip his feet, and he just ran right through that. Here's another handoff here to Love to the top of the field. Love, spin move, spin move. Picks up another 8 yards. This dude is not getting touched until he's 4 or 5 yards down the field. So I'm pretty sure his yards after the first hit is going to be pretty large.
And remember, for the defense of Sioux Falls, they only averaging 87 yards a game. That's what they're giving up per game as of this moment. 87 yards. Love is darn near close to that.
Yeah, Sioux Falls has been having one of the best run defense coming into this game too, as you stated. It's marked that they're number one and only giving up 16 points a game. And here's a handoff here to Love, and Love's going to go down with a 1-yard tackle for loss.
Yeah, Love before that carry had 81 yards in the second quarter. Now it's 80.
Yeah, now it's 80. Got to take that one back.
But he's almost at what they normally average giving up.
Yeah.
That's let you know how good he is, guys.
Mm-hmm. There's a far formation here. 2-step drop here by Bruin. Bruin throws across the middle, and that was way off target, T-Roy. I'm not sure. I knew where he was trying to go with it, but man, there was so many white jerseys around that. You couldn't be in the right mind to throw that pass.
That unfortunately reminds me of a certain Super Bowl with a certain team that decided to Pete Carroll it.
Ooh.
Throw it to a person that was well covered instead of a wide open target. That was an ill-advised throw. Luckily for Portland, they about to come away with 3 points. That could have been worse.
Ouch. And Portland's going to try a 21-yard field goal here. The kick is, 24. The kick is up, and it is good. 26 yards, what they're going to call it. Other SFL action, we have the Queen City Corsairs hosting the Atlanta Swarm, and the Corsairs are up 13-7. Looks like it's a one possession game there. I'm not sure who has the ball on that end, but that should be a pretty good matchup as well to be checking out. But we're here in Portland, the City of Roses. 10-3. The Fleet are up on the Sparrows. And here, David John here with the kick. Here to AJ Levy. Got it, received it at the 1. And AJ is one of the best return guys here in the SFL. Like we stated, been around 12 seasons. And he can take it to the house at any given time, just as we saw Kanye Rockefeller do earlier today. He's been around. He and AJ came in the same time here in the SFL back in season 6.
And AJ Levy was entering today's action, needing 81 yards either as a kick return or as a punt return to achieve the 10,000 career return mark in combined punt and kick return yardage. He's getting closer.
There's a handout to Colin Hart, too, and he picks up 4 yards on that carry.
Yeah, and Colin Hart, again, he needs 98 yards rushing today to achieve that 10,000-yard rushing mark.
Mm-hmm.
That's historic, almost, if not completely, Hall of Fame level material right there.
AJ Levy in the comments saying Damon entered the season before me. I sure did, so I got you by a year. Here's Colin Hart, breaks it off to the left side of the field. He's going to pick up the first down and off to Portland's 41-yard line. He's averaging 7.3, and I think it comes from that carry there alone because he hasn't had a good day until then. But Colin Hart can break it anytime he wants to as well. He's one of the best backs here in the SFL, and he's mostly dangerous out of the backfield is what Sioux Falls love to use him at, T-Roy.
Yeah, and he actually led. He has the most reception. He has the record in season 12 for the most receptions by a running back. So, yes, he is a dual threat back.
There's another handoff here. Colin Hart has open daylight. 1 man to beat. He breaks that tackle. And Colin Hart just crossed Hollywood Boulevard. One apiece for both of these running backs. And T-Roy, I think it's going to be a halfback show here tonight because the passing game is just not getting it done for either of these teams. But take it away with this instant replay here for Hart.
Great block. And remember I was talking about the blocking not working out for Sioux Falls? Well, here it is. And that last block right there by Marion allowed Hart to get to that end zone, get his longest rush of the game, about 46 yards. Hart is unofficially at 82 yards rushing. So he's almost at that 10K mark. and it looks like the Sioux Falls Sparrows has the momentum on their side.
Mean, that's the beauty of the SFL is that stats are tracked each and every game, and we have to give credit to our stats guys. Who we have on stats today: Art Vanderlei, and we have was it Josh?
Justin
Uh,
Reside.
Justin Reside. The stats team does an outstanding job by keeping records for us broadcasters and play and color commentating guys to have the stats at hand so that we can follow along the game and have great accuracy on what we're talking about. But what I was saying is that we have stats here in the SFL that we can keep track of milestones. Colin Hart coming up on 10K. That is outstanding numbers for a halfback to reach that 10K mark. That can solidify you one day to become a Hall of Fame.
Oh, I think he will be, hands down. Colin Hart's going to be a Hall of Famer. And there's a certain running back on Portland who is having a Hall of Fame start to his career. We'll see if he can continue that on this drive.
Absolutely. 10-10 ball game here now. The Portland Fleet has the ball at their own 31-yard line. Ezekiel Love in the backfield alongside the fullback, John Trusman. 3 wide receiver set, handoff here to Love. Up the middle, Love breaks the tackle, but man, he's game tackled by Levy and another partner of his, and that is Nathan Barnett. I'm sorry, not Nathan Barnett, that is Terrell Davis, 34.
Hey, and again, to stop a running back like Love, you need to combo tackle him. Great job by the secondary of Sioux Falls. Now, you don't want your secondary to be leading in tackles, and that's what happened last week with Levy. He led the team in tackles with 12. You want your linebackers to do so. We'll see if that changes as the game goes along.
There's a one-step drop here by Bruin,
Uh-oh.
and Bruin's going to dump it off to Love. Open field to the top of the field, picks up the first down before Levy comes all the way over it. I'm sorry, not Levy. I think that's Fargo. No, that's Raven comes away with that tackle. I thought it was Levy who came all the way from free safety spot to make that tackle. I'm sorry, strong safety spot, but
A great job by the first round, third pick overall, and Axel Raven making that tackle. Because if he doesn't, Love looked like he's going to take that reception to the house. Instead, Portland's going to have to sell a 1st and 10 at their own 42.
you are right, partner, because Raven was the last man to beat. He's the only one who had an angle on him. Here's Love again up the middle, going to pick up 1 yard. Great defense there by the Sioux Falls Sparrows. They have also been known for having great defense throughout their history.
Yes, they do. And I know firsthand it's very hard to run against this team, as I faced them at least 3 or 4 times in my career. And it takes, great D-line effort by Buck Beamiff, who just made his second tackle in today's game to stop a running attack like Ezekiel Love and the Fleets.
And now two spin moves. Oh, why did he go backwards for?
Oh, sheesh.
And Love's at 92 yards on the ground. He's most likely going to get over 100 yards on the day. And this Sioux Falls Sparrows defense just does not look the same as they have in previous weeks as far as stopping the run.
Well, it doesn't hurt that a guy who already way past 2,000 yards rushing his career. Congrats to Ezekiel Love. He only needed 33. You see, he's at 92 and counting.
Look at that. He saw nothing going. He saw nothing available on the design of the play right up the middle. So he bounces outside and pick up another 2 yards before he being brought and tackled at midfield. And now, Portland's going to have to punt it away. But do they go for it, T?
4 for 1 at midfield. I'm greedy. I'll go for it, especially when you got Trusman leading the way and Love as your bell cow. We'll see if they're going to actually go for it here.
They're here in that formation they love. Weak-eyed jokers. Let's see if they're going to run the weak stretch. Here once again, here to Ezekiel Love. Play clock is down to 6. When it's this low, they're most likely going to call a timeout.
And great job by the Sioux Falls Sparrows defense, not being undisciplined, not giving a free first down, and forcing the punt situation. The momentum is now on their side. We'll see if they can cash this next drive in for 6 and take a huge lead as the coach is getting very, very vicious in O.J. Bruin's face there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, T-Roy. The coach is getting in the face of Bruin. And that is the head coach, Mel Davis. Letting us, I don't know why that animation happens like that when the coach sends him out on the field and the quarterback calls the timeout. You want to chew him out. Chew yourself out, coach. There's a snap. And here's the punt here by Dominique Birkin. And no return for Levy there. It looks like he calls a fair catch. Hang time of 4.1.
That's a great punt by the punter Dominic Birkin, the non-contract, giving Sioux Falls probably their worst field position so far at their own 14. But going back to your previous point, I remember watching a game, and I think it's Las Vegas, where I saw their coach basically stab Tom Rahman right through the heart. I just lost my mind after seeing that.
Here's Tyree on a 7-step drop, steps up in the pocket, got an out route to the top of the field. Are they going to give him forward progress? No!
Rep was kind of sus. I think they should have gave him forward progress.
I think they robbed Terrazas.
You know what, Damon? We have star players in this league. I'm going to ask Cam and the rest of the league, we need to get some star refs. I'll be honest with you. Have them progress so they can make better calls than what we've been seeing up to this point.
4 wide receivers on the field here for Tyree. Tyree dumps it off across the middle of the field. They're going to give him forward progress on that time after that spin move attempt, 3rd and 2. And T-Word, Sioux Falls is one of the least amount of teams that has 4 wide receivers on their depth chart. There was a few teams that had 4 wideouts last season. Some teams got away from it. Some teams decided to go and move to the 4 wide receiver set. What do you think about teams with the 4 wide receivers now?
They still have the weapons, but I think they did that so they can have this ability, the chance to run the ball with their star linemen. It can work out for me. You saw in the previous drive, it worked out for him that long touchdown round, but in this drive, didn't work, and they're going to have to punt. And right now, Portland is going to have very good field position, barring a mistake there.
Yeah, a quick 3 and out here for the Sioux Falls, giving the ball back to Portland with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Here as we coming up upon the 2-minute warning. That other SFL action, Sioux Falls, Queen City scores another touchdown. They're up big, 2 scores now on Atlanta. It was just a 13-7 ball game, 1-score game, and now it's up 2 scores now. It looks like Atlanta got to get things going in that game in order to come away with that win that they that they really need over Queen City.
And Queen City has one of my former Baltimore teammates there making some noise, and Jay Hayden. And he's been making a huge impact. One of the reasons why Queen City is one of the undefeateds.
1-step drop here by Bruin. Bruin got some man down to the bottom of the field, and that is to Benjamin Warner.
Drag swag. Way to help your quarterback out. But this was the other league. He got both feet in. This would have been a reception in that league. Here in the SFL, you only need 1 foot in with possession of the ball. He got 2.
A single back formation is Portland. Ezekiel Love in the backfield. Defense moves to the left side, and man, Bruin is hit hard. Is that Bohemian?
Yep, making a huge impact.
My goodness. Man, he came in like a heat-seeking missile.
And that's one of the differences about having a team with no star linebackers, or star linemen, excuse me, in comparison to a team that has star linemen. That means the QB has less time to get rid of that ball. We just saw in the previous play.
There's a 5-step drop here by OJ, and OJ, they're going to call that one incomplete. Said that the receiver caught it out of bounds, and that is the 2-minute warning.
AJ leaving in the chat saying something that I'm afraid to repeat because it's like 1 letter away from getting us in trouble with the term of service. But great job by the Sioux Falls Sparrows forcing another punt, so no harm, no foul. We'll see if the offense now can respond.
Yeah, man, T-Roy, from the top to the middle of the second quarter, we saw the halfbacks take over this game, and then all of a sudden it just became a defensive game now. You know, so let's see what's going to happen here with the minute 50 left on the clock here for Sioux Falls in this first half. What is Julian Tyree and the Sparrows going to do?
Well, I like to see them throw it to one of their star players who came from the DC Dragons, and K. Murray, and he is tied with Teresa as being the tallest receivers on this team at 6'6". Let them go up and try to get a ball. But looks like they may rely on Hart. Oh, maybe not.
Tyree
Oh!
gets pressured, and Tyree is sacked after a 6-yard loss. Brought down by a gang of Portland Fleet. And they say they're going to give credit to 92 Robert Brower on that sack there.
But let's make that 4.5 sacks for him. And that's a huge loss.
Yeah, they came in there pretty quick, too. You got two guys coming in, bulging down the offensive line. And, I mean, it's Sioux Falls has two offensive linemen. Those guys got to get it together there. Tyree steps up, big arm. That pass is deflected away, almost intercepted. At 44, sticks his hands out. They probably is gifted with an early Christmas gift.
Yeah, but you saw Tyree stepped up. It looked like he should just go ahead and run with it and get as much yards as he can.
Yeah.
It said he's trying to be Mr. Gunslinger and almost cost his team. Great job by Allen with the pass deflection. He could have had his third interception of this season if he decided to put both hands up.
Yeah, pass was intended for K. Marion, but Tyree just couldn't get it to him because there was two guys in that coverage there. And Tyree's going to go underneath the center. 3 wide receivers set. Looks like a split. And Tyree goes down. Down goes Tyree. Bernard Patterson on the sack.
Hey.
Comes in. Was he even touched?
Nope. He's not even touched, but see, he's been doing that since he was with my team, the Baltimore Vultures, as a non-contract player. And now he's a star in Portland. Very good pickup by Dan. I was sad to see him go, but I'm happy that he's on a great organization as the Portland Fleet.
And Portland's going to get the ball back with great field position, T-Roy. They should be on Sioux Falls' side of the ball. And as I stated, yes, they are. They're going to be at the 33-yard line. Pretty close to field goal range, but there's still 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the clock. And they can probably get a score in here if they try to. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to, but they can.
Yeah, and after their looks like that's their last scoring possession, the field goal that they made, they had to punt the last 2 drives. That's going to hopefully change for them on this one. They are already in field goal range. We'll see if they can get it better, though. Oh!
Formation, pass caught right across the middle of the field, and that is to Warner. Comes away with that reception there. They're going to go no huddle. 55 seconds left on the clock. 4 wide receivers set here. Another one-step drop. Same play, looks like. And Warner comes again with that reception. He picks up a first down. 1st and 10, T-Roy. Sioux Falls, what are you going to do? They're in the nickel formations. Looks like they're going to come up a little bit. And the linebacker goes out. And it passes away. And Warner caught it. Warner caught the tip pass. They're not going to call a timeout. They're going to stay in this formation here. No one seems to get open but Warner. And he's right across the middle of the field. There's a first down there. They should call a timeout. But they only have 1 in their pocket, so I guess they're going to keep it. They're going to go no huddle again. They could have spiked it a long time ago. What are you taking so long for, O.J. Bruner? Hike the ball.
Uh-oh.
This could be dangerous. Warner again.
Timeout.
They do call the timeout once they get down to the 3-yard line. I think they could have spiked it, T-Roy, a few times, which could have saved them some time on the clock. But maybe they just wanted to milk the clock getting down here and just bring out the field goal unit. But I think I would have stopped the clock with a spike or two, so that way I could, regroup the guys and pretty much call for a play that I know that can get us open somewhere in the back of the end zone, which we have game planned and practice all week long.
Yeah, and if once O.J. Bruin, keeps progressing, keeps improving from week to week, you're going to see a difference in that time management on the 2-minute drill. But right now, they're going to sell for 3.
That field goal is up and good, 19 yards out. Queen City scores another touchdown. They're up 27-7 over Atlanta, a 20-point deficit. They're in the 4th quarter now. And, man, Queen City looks really, really dangerous this season.
It's going to be a tough one when my Vultures have to face them later on. They have definitely looks like they had turned or right the ship from their season last season.
The Hyenas are next on the list next week. And here's the return for O.J. Levy. And Levy's going to be tackled and brought down right at the 23-yard line. And that's going to do it for the first half, T-Roy. We're going to head into the halftime break here now. Waiting for the SFL music to kick in. Cameo.
He called me.
There it goes. T-Roy, take away the halftime show, buddy.
So, right now, it's the tale of momentum. The running backs are putting on the show, but so are the defense. The secondary is doing a great job at picking them off. It started off with Nick Fargo with that nice interception, but as we can see, as we're going to see during this highlight package, is these two running backs, Colin Hart, who's getting closer and closer to that 10K rushing mark, and Ezekiel Love, who just crossed the 2,000 career rushing mark. Going to make some huge plays in this highlight package to get to where we're at with 10 to 13, but it looks like the momentum is on Portland's side. What Sioux Falls going to have to do is going to have to keep relying on Colin Hart, and then they're going to have to take what the Portland Fleet's defense gives them, which right now is not passes down the middle. They may have to do the short routes in the meantime, but there's Ezekiel Love. That spin move, oh my. I hate spinning myself, probably because I got two left feet, but Ezekiel Love is making it look effortless. He's took some lessons from BDG Hollywood, but these running backs are going to have to take over and get the momentum on their respective team side if they want to win and move into 2-2.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to come down to the running backs. But I'm sorry, T-Roy, as you were talking, I was listening to you. I was not ignoring you, partner. But I've been watching the chats, and man, they're going back and forth. Axel Raven and Gunny McGuire. Sioux Falls and Lone Star goes off next week, and man, they're looking to knock heads early. Them guys are going at it.
Well, this league is very competitive, as since you've been here, and as I learned from my 7 seasons, this is a very competitive league. They take pride on what they're doing. We're a fun league. We love each other, but once it's Sunday or when it's game day, we go after each other's throats, and looks like some people are looking forward to the next week's action.
Yeah, Sioux Falls is going to receive the ball first here in the second half, T-Roy, and Portland received the ball first, but they threw a pick on that first possession. So I think that was a stolen possession for Sioux Falls, and then they get the ball right back here to start the second, and this could be a benefit for them as AJ Levy returns from the 2-yard line, and Levy's going to be tackling the ball down at the 26.
And here we go. We'll see if Julian Tyree will just take what the Portland Freaks defense gives him and not worry about forcing it down the field.
AJ Levy say, "Hold my beer while I return this kick."
You know he wants that record. He's getting closer.
Absolutely. 3 wide receiver set here for Sioux Falls. Julian Tyree underneath the center, takes a 7-step drop, gets pressured. Tyree goes down for the 3rd time maybe the 4th time today. And man, give that man his sack, Gary Burney.
And it looks like Tyree is just looking down the field, and that's a coverage sack. And Burney couldn't help himself but just spear him right in the back for an 8-yard loss.
Underneath the center is Tyree, takes a 5-step drop this time. Great blocking on that play. Oh! Gets almost to the first down line, and that is K. Marion. Comes away with that reception. 3rd and 2 now.
All right, we finally get to see K. Marion, the former DC Dragon, make an impact on this drive. First reception of today's action. And now, can Sioux Falls convert here? A very important 3rd down. Will they feed Colin Hart, or will they decide to go a different route? I think they should feed it to number 22.
It's a strong I formation here for Sioux Falls. Tyree on a 5-step drop, dumps it off to Hart in the flats, and Hart's going to pick up the first down. T-Roy, the difference in this game is that the Portland Fleet is getting pressure on Julian Tyree when he goes on these 5 and 7-step drops. Also in the shotgun as well. Portland has 4 sacks. On the other hand, Sioux Falls has 0 sacks on the night. They're not getting any pressure on O.J. Bruin, but they're forcing picks.
And one thing is that's probably the head scratching part is that Sioux Falls keep getting sacks in spite of the fact that they got 2-star linemen. We'll see if that changes as the game goes along.
There's Colin Hart again. He only gonna picks up 3 yards on the tackle. Is Derek Majors.
Can you say that Derek Majors in tackles for loss?
Yes, we can.
That was a great hit.
Yeah. I think that is Majors' first tackle of the night. There's another pass here by Tyree across the middle. That pass is caught. Noe comes away with that reception. I just like saying Noe. I love that name.
Yeah, Sioux Falls love them. That's a great catch. If you're going to be a star wide receiver here in the SFL, you're going to have to take those vicious hits in the middle going to, go up and make a huge catch and then get ready to get your ribs exposed. But, yeah, looks like Noe is up to the task.
Our I formation here.
Oh,
my goodness. Oh, my flesh is crawling. Kylie, how you pronounce his name?
Khalil Thomas.
My goodness. Thomas? T-Roy, he got barbecue and he didn't invite us.
Nope.
We got to get on him too. There's a 5-step dropper by Tyree. He's going to dump this one off here to Hart pretty quick, and Hart's going to go down at the 49-yard line of Portland. I couldn't see who was on the tackle. Looks like it was.
I think that was Mel Davis, number 52, and with that closing speed, because it looked like Hart had room to roam after that catch, but Davis was able to catch up to him and destroy him and keep him from getting more than 2 yards.
Rips towards the left here of Tyree. High snap, pump fake, big wind up. That pass is caught right down the middle on the post route, and that is to his wide receiver, Noe. Noe is coming up big here for the Sioux Falls Sparrows on this drive, and that is going to be Noe's, I want to say, 6th reception of the night. It is, and he has 83 yards, averaging 13.8. Noe took a huge hit to the ribs from Sean Allen, was still able to come down with the catch. Maybe the momentum for Tyree's on his side now. He's throwing passes down the field, and it's not getting picked. So I know he's feeling very good about himself. And off here to Colin Hart. I'm sorry, not to Hart. That was to the fullback, Charlemagne Cornelius. He's going to pick up a few yards. 3, that is, by the way.
Even though he's 6'2", he's 230 pounds, so he looks like a solid 230. Kind of reminds you like Eddie George.
Yeah.
In terms of the size and the build. Not as big, but still can bring the pain.
That's a big deal. Handoff here to Colin Hart. Hart gets a nice block in the backfield. Oh, inches away from that first down.
He could have had more if Cornelius decides to go in the same direction as Hart. You saw that Cornelius went to the opposite direction, and he could have been the one that prevented Davis from making that tackle and allowing Hart to get more yards, but still a nice gain in a 3rd down 1 coming up.
Somebody split back, wing jokers. Do you give it to Hart up the middle, Cornelius? And they're going to give it to Cornelius. And no, they nothing doing. They're going to say he did not get it, T-Roy. They're going to say 4th and inches. I thought they were probably going to hit Hart in the flats. That's what I would have did.
Maybe the next time they in that scenario, they will go to that. I mean, Julian Tyree is a great quarterback, so he probably will recognize that situation and throw it to Hart and get that first down more, but instead they're going to settle for a field goal. I wish they go for it.
Sammy Prefontaine here for the 31-yard field goal attempt. And the kick is no good. No good. Did it hit the upright?
We're about to find out. Here's the replay. No, he just missed it wide left.
It's wide left. Wow.
And that's one of the disadvantages of not having a contract kicker. Well, you thought that kick looked like it was a gimme, went wide left, and that's a huge missed scoring opportunity. That has to be deflating for the team wearing the all-white.
Strong Eye Joker's handoff to none other than John Trusman. We got a sighting from Trusman today. It picks up 8 yards. Give it to the fullback again.
Yes, his first touch this season goes for 8. I love it, especially since he's wearing a good number 33. I like that.
I'm glad that we was the one who was able to see his first carry.
All right, 8 yards, in fact. He's trying to show
Truthfully,
me
he
how
loves
it's
to.
done, Damon.
Yeah, he sure is. Truthfully, he loves to. 4-3 is the defense of Sioux Falls. Another handoff here, but this time it's to Love. Oh my goodness, what a move by Love to pick up the first down.
I'm telling you, by the time the season's over, we're going to see probably about 3 or 4 plays or runs from Ezekiel Love that's going to wind up as the top 10 plays of this season. He almost came away with a one there if he was able to bounce it to the outside. But Love is a beast.
Long I formation here. Give it to Love once again on a sweeping left. And left, he bounces outside, breaks a tackle, and it took for A.J. Levy to come over and bring him down.
Ezekiel is the love machine, and he works for nobody but Portland right now. Another great run, great blocking. Truesman helped leading the way, give Love the room he needed to get that first down. Levy once again with a potential touchdown-saving tackle, but man, and look at that stat though, 82 yards passing. It's been the running game that's been carrying Portland. Let's see if that's going to change. Let's see if they're going to rely on the run. I'm sorry, the pass more.
Love, and Love spin move. Love almost gets the first down there. But if you saw on that formation, they had 2 tight ends on the same side that Ezekiel Love ran, and they ran like a quick sweep for him to that outside. That was a great design play there, especially with those 2 tight ends on that side of the field.
And nothing wrong with the stretch play when you got 2 star players running. Hey! Fullback is carried again.
Another handout for Truesman. Couldn't get anything going this time because you know why? Nick Fargo was there to say no, no, no.
And I don't know if you've been around Facebook for the past couple of years, but Nick Fargo personally went through a nice transformation, going through what I believe he called a superhero type workout, losing a lot of weight, and he's now looking like a beast off the field as he does on the field.
Is it the beast incarnated?
Maybe.
Off here to Ezekiel Love. Love picks up the first down, and man, he took a shot. Jay Ringo on that tackle, but Love picks up the first down. Now at Sioux Falls 36, the defense of the Sparrows gotta tighten it up.
And for a person who's been taking some vicious hits, you must think that Love got that animal stamina or something, man. I would be tired as heck getting my head destroyed as multiple times as Love's have been.
That tackle by Ringo, it looked like 2 animations in one. It was like a rock bottom with a Farouk pickup and, push down slam that Farouk used to do back in the day. There's a pass crossing the field, and that pass is caught by Valentine.
So they have a player named Love and a player named Valentine. I just caught that.
They love February 14th.
Yes, they do.
Hey, it must be the happiest day in Portland. It is the city of roses.
I know nothing about Love, I'm sorry, I can't speak on that.
Why not bring in Love and Valentine? Hey. Here's O.J. Bruin. Got a man crossing the field. That pass is caught.
Nick Adams.
That is to the 5th wide receiver on the depth chart, Nick Adams. I'm sorry, the 4th wide receiver on the depth chart. I was thinking about the Sparrows 4. Look at Fargo there. 3-3 is the defense. 3 wide receivers set here. Shotgun, split spread. There's an out route to the top of the field. And I couldn't see if he caught it or not, but he did. Comes away with the reception there is your main man, Warner. Warner right before the half was catching everything across the middle, and then he comes away with this out route.
Yeah, it looks like the running game has definitely put Sioux Falls Sparrows to sleep with the passing game. They completely, when they were dominating the passing game early on, now they forgot about it, and Warner was able to burn them for a huge gain. Now it's 1st and goal. We'll see if Portland can add on to their lead here.
Out in that same formation with those 2 tight ends to the left of Love, and Love's going to get the handout.
Easy.
Walk in the end zone untouched, just cross Hollywood Boulevard, just trail down south on the West Coast.
That'll be the easiest touchdown he will ever have. And no star player except for that last block by Warner that helped free Love to get in the end zone. Then Lozano, he just wanted to hit somebody just for add insult to injury there, but it was Warner's block that helped free Love to get in the end zone untouched. That was too easy for Portland.
Yeah, nice run there by Ezekiel Love. And basically that formation is in a single left or a single right. I can't remember what. I know it's one of the two. I know the formation that it's in, and he's just running like I said, a basic sweep to that side with those double tight ends, and they're getting some great blocks along with that wide receiver that's out wide there on the corner, and he's just getting past those guys with that speed he has.
The reason why Love is a very good running back, hands down, but the blocking from their star fullback and receivers and tight end helps make a difference, because that's second, third level blocking coming from down and allowing Love to break it out for a big one or an easy touchdown earlier.
AJ Leave on that return out to the 32-yard line. You're right. I was just gonna say, do the wide receivers for Portland have like has the bulldozer animation on their tight end, their wide receivers? I'm not sure if they can have that, but hey, who knows?
I know one thing, they have been working on that run block, and it's definitely helping Ezekiel Love having a monster season so far.
3 wide receivers set here for Sioux Falls. Hart is to the right. There's a rollout. That pass is intercepted. He gets up. He wasn't touched, and he's going to go in for a touchdown, and that is Leo Morris with the INT, the third cornerback on the depth chart, and he's going to do the Ray Lewis shuffle in the back of the end zone. My goodness, the folks here in Portland are out of their seats in T-Roy. I think the roof is about to jump off this place.
Yes, it is, and that's that's Leo Morris's second pick 6 of his career. He looked like he could have been stopped after he came down with the football. I'm shocked that he wasn't touched, and hey, Leo Morris wasn't. He knew what to do after he realized he didn't get touched. He took it to the house, and I think this game is firmly in Portland's hands right now.
Knowing the rules, T-Roy, of the game is very, very important. Listen to what I have to say. I can remember when I played Pop Warner football, I received a catch, and I fell down. I probably was on the ground maybe about 30 seconds before someone came and touched me, not knowing that I could have got up and ran into the end zone or ran and got some more yardage because I thought it was college rules. At the time, I'm about, 9-10 years old, so that's why knowing the rules is important. Leo Morris, on the other hand, knew the rules. No one touched him. Dude got up, ran it all the way in for a pick 6. If we were doing plays of the week, that will most definitely be number 1 in my vote.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, he did a great job coming down with the interception, and as we see Levy going the wrong way.
I've never seen a return guy redirect himself like that, but what if he would have redirected himself and, man, he did one of those Marcus Allen moves like he did versus the Redskins in the Super Bowl. Did that reverse field situation and run right up the middle.
And that was an epic run by Allen. It just hit my heart because I used to be a fan of that team, and yeah, that was a rough run to watch.
Here's Colin Hart right up the middle. Hart, open daylight. Hart gets 8 yards on that carry out to Sioux Falls 28-yard line. 2nd and 2 now.
And Hart, I'm going to take a look at his stats. I think he's darn near close, or he actually got that 10K mark. It's been rough selling, but he has some, spurts every now and then.
Bernie was on the tackle, the defensive tackle there. Here's another handoff here to Colin Hart to the top of the field. If he stays outside, he's probably still running T-Roy, but he ran inside of his blockers and was brought down by 44 Bob Funk of Portland. But, man, watch the replay, T-Roy. If he stays outside, he has open daylight.
Yeah, but yeah, he should have followed his fullback. He would have gotten open daylight. He did not set up his block there. He paid for it, but unofficially, he ran for 102 yards. So that means he's at the 10K mark.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Colin Hart. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented to you by APM Music. That is the end of the third quarter. Everyone knows what to do. Put your fours in the air, people. We'll be right back. Everybody, welcome back to the Simulation Football League presented to you by APM Music. You're watching the Portland Fleet host, the Sioux Sparrows, and Portland is up 27-10 here at the start of the fourth quarter. 11 minutes on the clock at Sioux Falls, 36-yard line. The Sparrows with a handoff here to Colin Hart. Bounces it outside, almost breaks the tackle on Funk, but Funk was able to bring him down.
That time, Hart did a great job setting up his blocks, allowing him to get more yardage. So here's the carry. That little shift there helped Charlemagne get that necessary block on number 25, Morris. Sorry, not Morris. Majors, excuse me. Giving the guy who now is over 10,000 career rushing yards another nice run.
Right at midfield. Sparrows. Offset eye in the backfield is Colin Hart. Handoff here to Hart once again. Got blockers out front. Hart down to the 30, the 25, and he's brought down at the 23, knocked out of bounds.
Look at the stats. Both running backs over 130 yards rushing, and Colin Hart is ready to put his team on his back with these carries. They're not out of it yet. They're only down by 17. They down by 3 possessions, but it's still early here in the fourth quarter. If they can score on this drive and their defense just, makes huge plays, Sioux Falls will be right back in it.
Colin Hart is now averaging over 10 yards a carry. 46 is his longest of the day. Split backs in. They're going to give it off to Charlemagne. Charlemagne up the field, going to pick up 2 yards in the carry. No, it's Colin Hart.
But you remember we talked about that on the previous possession where one of the running backs went wide open to the sidelines, and Tyree could have threw it to that person. Same thing happened here, but for some reason Tyree wanted to give Hart the carry instead of throwing it to his fullback. Could have been a huge opportunity missed there.
Looks like the same formation here. 2-step drop, and Tyree goes down. They're going to lose 4 yards on that play there. Tackled by the defensive tackle, Gary Burney.
Who doesn't care about what, Demond? There no flex zone. He was flexing all over that lineman and flexing all over Tyree. Great sack and a very important third down for Sioux Falls. They have to score on this drive because, time's melting away.
Yep. 3rd and 12 here for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. 3 wide receivers set on the play. Tyree, big arm down the field, is intercepted again. Intercepted again for the Portland Fleet. Derek Majors come away with that beautiful interception. And let's see if he get both toes in, T-Roy.
Here we go. Go sky high.
Oh, yes, he did. Great
did.
Concentration there by the corner.
And not only that, with the both feet inbounds, so this would have been legit in the other league, but he held on to the ball. He had possession of the ball. That's very important as well. And now Portland has a chance to just ice this game with a nice time-consuming drive.
Here's a handoff here to Love. Love's going to be tackled on a 1-yard loss there. Looks like by A.G. Levy.
But if Chris Norman, number 78, the tackle, stayed on his feet and was able to make one block, Love was going to be gone for another huge game. Big oof there for number 78. We'll see how he rebounds on this next play.
Shotgun formation here for O.J. Bruin. Right down the middle of the field, and that is a strike. not to Warner, but it's to one of the wide receivers, and that is 81, Art Vanderlei. Great catch there for Vanderlei because there was a safety right there in his eyes.
Yeah, our stats guy doing double duty, making a great play. You know, he has to be happy coming up with a clutch catch, helping improve the confidence of OJ Bruin. But we could see another run in Portland's future. Give it to the fullback. Give him some carries. Give him some love. Pun intended.
There's a handoff here to Love. Love, not going to break that tackle. Man, Fargo said no. I'm sorry, Axel Raven said no, sir. You're not getting away from me. That reminds me of the guy who grabbed and tore Earl Campbell's jersey.
Right. And look, Ezekiel Love is 200 pounds. Raven was 256. And Love carried him for a 4-yard gain.
And off here to Love. Love's going to be tackled after picking up a few yards.
But Damon, you know me, one thing I do not love seeing is your star running back giving up his back like that. He has to do a better job not sacrificing his back or he's going to get injured.
Rips left here for OJ Bruin. 43 is the defense. There's an out route to the top of the field, and that man has a reception. OJ Bruin is putting dots in the pocket of his receivers right now, and that is to Art Vanderlei once again. 2 receptions on this drive for Art.
And right now, the offense, the passing game is now keyed up and catching fire, and this could potentially put this game away. And this will help the confidence of OJ Bruin. As I said before, as he continues to progress, those interception numbers are going to go down, those touchdowns go up, and Portland's going to be scarier than they already are now.
Step drop here by Bruin. There's a swing over to the halfback Love.
Ouch.
Second and 10 for the Portland Fleet. 6 minutes and 33 seconds left on the clock. I formation. I wing jokers. Hand off here to Love. Right up the middle. Ezekiel Love picks up 4.
He about to have 30 carries if he keeps this up.
Man, that's a lot of carries. T-Roy, I love for my running back to get the ball, but only anywhere between 24 and 28 carries a game is where I like. But there's still a lot of ball game here left to be played, and he's already at 27. He may get well over 30. There's another out route down to the bottom of the field. Benjamin Warner has been very, very active for this Portland Fleet offense, and he's just been racking up the receptions.
Yes, he has, and the O-line's giving OJ Bruin time to throw the ball, and that's probably most likely, due to the success of Ezekiel Love, because they're going to be focusing on him. Yeah. And once they're not prepared for the passing game now here in this second half.
Warner has been targeted 9 times and has 9 receptions. A one-step drop here by OJ Bruin. Bruin picks up 9 yards on that pass and catch to Art Vanderlei.
He's an old school player. Got that old school face mask. I remember watching Joe Washington from the Washington football team back in the 80s wear that face mask. No gloves, too. Old school guy.
Is it okay that I dislike that mask for the passion?
Same here.
One-step drop by Bruin, and Bruin goes down. Loses 2 yards on that play, and that's by defensive tackle. Can't see the number. The number was 97, and he's on my stat sheet.
He's a phantom player. Because I don't have him on my stat sheet either.
He's a ghost. Where'd he come from? Okay, no here, no there. He got a sack, whoever he is. Looks like they're going to bring pressure. No pressure. That pass is almost tipped it away by Williams, but it is caught by Art Vanderlei, and OJ Bruin is looking really, really good on this drive.
Well, that previous sack looked like by Zeke Zimmerman, as Axel Raven gives us the heads up there. But great job by Portland. Continue to melt this clock. It's almost at 4 minutes before this game's over.
4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers. There's a handoff here to Love, and Love is speared by the Ghost Man again.
Zimmerman once again with the tackle.
He's Ghost Man to me.
I mean, they are wearing all white, so
he's gonna be the Ghost Man every time I call that game. Zimmerman, the Ghost Man. That's your name, baby. Second and 12, T-Roy at Sioux Falls, 26. This has been a long drive for Portland. They have just been milking this clock. I think when they started this drive, it was right at almost 7 minutes, 6:40 something or so. Here's another handoff here to Love, and Love is hitting the backfield for a 4-yard loss. 3rd and 16 now at Sioux Falls 30.
I know Love probably don't like the fact that he just lost yards on his stat sheet there, but this is still a nice time-consuming drive. Sioux Falls needs a miracle if they want to get back in this game. They need to cause a turnover in the worst way. We'll see if that happens on this play.
Yeah, T-Roy. Derek Williams got up singing, "Love don't live here. Love don't live here anymore." Pardon my singing. I know I can't sing too well. 4 wide receiver set here for O.J. Bruin. Just thought I'd break a little tunes down for you. 3-2 dime is the defense. Here's O.J. Bruin. 2-step drop back. Big arm downfield. Almost intercepted. 34. Terrell Davis came up big on that touchdown deflection. I mean, on that pass deflection, saving a TD there. And now Portland's going to have to kick. David John, come on out. You're up.
47 yards. This is going to be the game if he makes it.
It's right at the left hash mark. He's a right-handed kicker, T-Roy. They say that right-handed kickers do not like that left hash mark. I'm sorry, that right hash mark. And there's the snap. And the kick is good right down the middle from 47 yards out. And David John is excited.
He should be, because that kick basically completely ices this game unless A.J. Levy has a huge return coming up. But a 20-point game with just little time left, a miracle needs to happen. It has happened in the SFL before.
It has happened. We have seen some crazy things happen in this league. You're absolutely right about that. Does Portland not have a timeout?
Oh, they don't need it.
Here's a kick here from David John. That kick is up. And Levy is going to return from the 2-yard line. One of the most returned men in the SFL. He's tackled and brought down at the 26. I think it's the 25. That's a bad spot.
That's why I've been telling you we need to get these star refs. We have star players. To be able to progress every week. We get some star refs up here. Get them to progress so they can do a better job with these calls.
A.J. Levy looks like an old school player, man. He just have those sleeves on with tape on his fingers, no gloves, just tape, just bloody and bullets through and calluses all over him. Play action pass there by Tyree. Got a man wide open, and he breaks for a first down and more. They're going to go no huddle offense here. Looks like that was one of the tight ends on that reception. It was the tight end. And another play action here. They're going to go same play. Tyree dumps it off to Hart. Hart makes that reception as Tyree is hit. Picks up 5 yards, 6 yards, what they're going to give him. 2nd and 4 now. 7 seconds left before the 2-minute half. The 2-minute warning. And are they going to snap it?
Nope.
No. Well, everyone, that is the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by 8 PM Music here on the SFL Twitch Network. I'm your play-by-play guy, Demond Simeon. We'll be right back. We're not going to go anywhere. We're going to stay here where the action is. And Portland. 3 wide receivers on the field. 1 tight end. Colin Hart in the backfield. 5-step drop here by Tyree. And Tyree goes down. Loses 4 yards on that sack. And I can't see who it is due to the graphic across the screen. The timeout graphic. Yeah. And we get a look at it here. That is 56. That is Thomas, the outside linebacker. No, not 56, 96. I thought I saw a
Nuevo.
That is Nuevo. Yeah, I thought I saw a 5.
But
I know.
that's a killer demand. They have to score on this play if they want to stay in this game.
There's a trips left of Kyrie, Hart in the shotgun with him. On the line is Gunnar Lewis, and that is a pass to Lewis to the top.
Tick, tick, tick,
No,
tick,
that's
tick.
not Lewis. That is Marion. K. Marion on that reception. Lewis is down to the bottom. My apologies. Step here by Tyree. Same play. And guess who comes up with it again? It's Marion.
Sioux Falls probably asking, where was this earlier?
They're moving on this drive. 1 minute and 32 seconds left on the clock. Dumps it off to Hart, and Hart's going to run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage and lose a yard.
But one thing that will help is they'll stop the clock at 1:29. The problem is they need to score on this play. They cannot waste any more time.
Three wide receivers set here for Sioux Falls. Split are the halfbacks. Tyree underneath the center. The defense is in a nickel formation. Going across the middle of the field. That pass deflected and almost intercepted. It hit about 4 defenders' hands, and no one could come up with it. They need to get on the jugs machine.
They were playing hot potato right there, Devon. They didn't want none of that.
Put it on a plate.
That could have been the easiest interception somebody in Portland secondary could have had.
The crowd here in Portland at the Shipyard, T-Roy, are on fire. Tyree, big on. Down the middle of the field, that pass is dropped. And he can't believe it himself. It's Noe Terrazas. Had his paws on the T-Roy, but he dropped it.
You need to make that catch to help your team out there. You had 2 hands on the ball. The rule is, if your fingers touch, you must come down with that catch. Didn't do so. We got an important 4th down now.
4 wide receivers set. 1 minute and 19 seconds left on the clock. 4th and 11. Tyree, that pass is deflected away. Portland is going to come away with a victory here. Turnover on downs for Sioux Falls. Delapre Sr. is not excited, is not happy about that play there. Oh, but you got to give credit to the defense.
Look at that. But Delapre had a chance after that deflection to come with the catch, but he just mistimed it thanks to that deflection.
Damon Owens, the backup strong safety, comes away with that pass deflection.
Hey, backups are people too, Demar.
They are people too. You're right, T-Roy. Sioux Falls still has 2 timeouts, and I'm pretty sure they're going to use this as Portland is going to try to run the clock out. They're not in the victory formation just yet. Handoff to Love. Tackle for a 2-yard loss. That's not going to look good on the stat sheet. And Sioux Falls does call that first of the 2 timeouts remaining.
That's Kevin Klein or Kai, the backup halfback. So Love is now done for the day. Give the fullback the ball. Give him some yardage here on garbage time.
Yeah, give it to Truesman.
Oh.
There is the backup guy, and he's going to pick up 4 yards. And that is Sioux Falls' last and final timeout. And Sioux Falls will get the ball back.
Yeah, Portland may down this and leave Sioux Falls just enough time to return and kick and call it a day.
So here's the victory formation for the Fleet. They're going to move on to 2-2 in this early SFL season, but it is a long season. Sioux Falls is going to fall to 1-3, but that doesn't mean anything. They can bounce back next week and the week after that and be over 500, T-Roy. Like I said, this is a young season. Although we're in week 4 now, there's 12 weeks in this season. You can bounce back and still make the playoffs.
Yeah, and be honest with you, I experienced that personally. My first season in the SFL, season 11, we were 1-3 at this point, and we was able to come back and make the playoffs. So it's never too late. This season's not over. It doesn't look good, but just make some changes in the game plan, start building off win after win after win, and they're going to be in the playoff hunt. So it's just on to next week for Sioux Falls, get themselves back in the win column.
Absolutely. You're right. That same situation happened to us in Houston. I want to say it was season 12. We decided to do a rebuild, basically targeting everyone to progress their attributes and not just slap animations on guys. And we did that all season long, and we made the playoffs at 5-7. That came by strength of victory. You know, there's an out route to the top of the field. 5-7 making the playoffs is unheard of. But when you beat three of the top teams that was in the league that time, Chicago, and then you go on to beat a Mexico City and a Florida Storm team, that looks pretty good on your resume, and you get a little love. And then also we needed some help as well to get into the playoffs. Win the first round game versus Chicago, go on the second round, and we got the smack beat. We got beat up by Denver. So there's a pass across the middle of the field, completed to the tight end. Sioux Falls is gradually moving down the field. Here's Julian Tyree underneath the center. 6 seconds left on the clock. He's going to spike it. Do you just set up something, T-Roy, and just target the end zone, or you go for a Hail Mary?
You got to go Hail Mary.
But you're at the Portland's 37-yard line. Do you still go for Hail Mary? That's kind of short to throw a... Well, maybe so. I wouldn't do that. I just call for a 50 XA post. Something that's real deep. A 20-yard post, a 20-yard up, and then post. But they're going to go Hail Mary. You can see. And he's going to get pressure. Tyree goes down. Sheesh. And that is the cornerback, backup cornerback, Ryan Davis, the fourth cornerback on the depth chart, coming up with that sack.
Well, Demar.
Yeah, T-Roy.
It's been amazing. I get to call a game with you for the first time in a couple of seasons. Like, we were reunited. It felt so good, my man.
It did feel so good reuniting with you, T-Roy, back in the booth. Like you said, we haven't called games together in a few seasons. One, because you took on the role of being a play-by-play guy. You picked that up, and you were doing great at it. And also, by myself, I took some time off to focus and concentrate on school and focus on the team and so forth. But yeah, it feels great being back in the booth with you, man. I remember the first game we called. He was kind of nervous. I say, "Hey, T-Roy, just follow me. When I get excited, you get excited, And dude, you took that on, man. That challenge on, man. You knocked it out of the ballpark. You have been doing such a great job ever since then. Proud of you, buddy. Once again, glad to be working with you. Looking forward to many more times.
Yeah, I hope we get to do many more. But before I forget, people may have saw it on that stat line. I want to make sure I give AJ Levy a huge congratulations. He's now over 10,000 career return yards as a punt and kick return. Congratulations to you, AJ Levy. You getting close to that 9,000 yards solo kick return mark. You needed 206, so you're getting closer there. But yeah, Damon, thank you. I wouldn't be where I was at without your help and guidance. So I'm looking forward to hopefully get to call more games with you as this season goes along.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Maybe one day I could come in and where you the head guy, the play-by-play guy. And that's Ezekiel Love, player of the game, 29 attempts, T-Roy, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. Maybe I can be the color guy and you be the play-by-play guy, and we can get some work in that way as well.
Hey, that'd be cool.
Well, hey, everybody. Thank you for checking out the Simulation Football League as the Portland Fleet has just came away with victory over the Sioux Falls Sparrows. My name is Damon Simeon, and he is...
T-Roy Gaines.
Everybody, we're out. Peace, love, and happiness. Y'all have a good day.
Take care, everyone.